He crashed out of his super late model debut, finished 19th, took heavy damage, and handed every critic exactly what they were looking for. And his response? He signed up for something harder. Most drivers in that position would slow down, regroup, and spend months rebuilding confidence in familiar machinery. Garrett Mitchell, better known to 4.8 million subscribers as Cleetus McFarland, did the exact opposite. He announced he is making his dirt late model debut at the 2026 Gateway Dirt Nationals, scheduled for December 3rd through 5th at the Dome at America's Center in St. Louis, Missouri. This is not a casual exhibition. This is not a content trip. This is a first-time dirt racer walking into one of the most competitive short-track environments in the country, against drivers who have spent their entire careers mastering exactly this type of racing. Garrett Mitchell is 31 years old, based out of Bradenton, Florida, and has built one of the most recognizable brands in motorsports entertainment over the last several years. His content started with drag racing, drifting, burnouts, and high-horsepower builds. It evolved into Crown Vic events, stock car experiments, and eventually a serious push into oval racing. He owns the Freedom Factory, a roughly 65-acre motorsports facility in the Bradenton area that features a 3/8-mile paved oval and has become a hub for grassroots motorsports content. But over the last year, the direction of his career changed significantly. Mitchell stopped being purely an entertainer behind the wheel and started building a legitimate oval racing resume. He has competed in 8 ARCA Menard Series events, earning a career-best runner-up finish at Talladega Superspeedway in April. He signed a 2-year, part-time NASCAR O'Reilly Auto Parts Series deal with Richard Childress Racing. And he has been actively seeking more seat time across different types of race cars, not to create content, but to become a more complete driver. The Gateway Dirt Nationals announcement is the latest and most aggressive step in that direction. To understand why this dirt announcement matters, you have to go back to Berlin Raceway in Marne, Michigan, on August 12, 2026. Mitchell entered the Tecton 250 battle at Berlin, a $40,000 to win super late model race. It was his first career super late model start on pavement, and it was not against a weak field. Tristan McKee won the race. Bubba Pollard, one of the all-time greats of super late model racing, finished second, and NASCAR Cup Series driver Carson Hocevar came in third. NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series champion Ty Majeski finished fourth. Mitchell finished 19th in a 27-car field after a crash. He got loose in turn 3 as the leader was closing in to lap him, spun down the racetrack, and collected another car, causing heavy damage to his machine and to Keith Herbst's number 18 car. His critics had their moment. But what Mitchell did next is what separates this story from a simple cautionary tale about a YouTuber trying to race. Instead of treating Berlin as a reason to stop, he treated it as a reason to get more seat time. And the seat he chose next had nothing to do with pavement. The connection that made this dirt debut possible came through NASCAR Cup Series driver Carson Hocevar. Mitchell explained exactly how it happened. Cody hit me up. Actually reached out through Carson Hocevar, who races the event. Carson was like, "Dude, you got to come." And Cody said, "Hey, I own a team, too. I also own the event and I want you to race in my car." That is how Mitchell ended up in a deal with Cody Sommer, who holds a rare double position in this story. Sommer is both the promoter of the Gateway Dirt Nationals and the owner of the race DRT team that Mitchell will drive for. Mitchell will pilot Sommer's number 13 DRT house car during the event. Having the event promoter also serve as your car owner at your debut is not a small detail. It means Mitchell is entering this race with direct support from the person who controls the entire event. Before the official announcement, Mitchell got his first taste of a dirt late model during a test session at East Lincoln Speedway in Stanley, North Carolina. He was not alone during that test. Chris Ferguson, an experienced dirt late model competitor, was there to mentor him. Ferguson's Victory Seats company also built a custom America seat specifically for Mitchell, a detail that signals long-term commitment, not a one-time appearance. During one portion of the test, Mitchell ran a fast lap of 16.58 seconds. He improved by nearly a tenth of a second on almost every single lap before posting that time. After Ferguson took the car out himself, Mitchell said, "We're basically same lap times." Sommer confirmed the test went well, saying Mitchell did surprisingly well and enjoyed it a lot, and that the session was a blast. That gave the team enough confidence to move forward and make the race official. After the test, Mitchell described the experience in a way that caught a lot of people off guard. He told longtime channel personality George Siciliano, "I had so much fun, George. I feel like this more naturally aligns with my skill set. So I'm having a blast." He also compared the feeling of the dirt late model to driving a Cadillac Blackwing, a car that appears frequently on his YouTube channel, and one he clearly has a strong mechanical feel for. That comparison is worth paying attention to. The Cadillac Blackwing is a high-performance, rear-wheel drive machine that demands throttle discipline, precise weight transfer, and a feel for the car's rotation, exactly the same qualities that a dirt late model rewards. When Mitchell says dirt more naturally aligns with his skill set, he is not just talking about fun. He is describing a mechanical instinct that apparently transferred from his years of high horsepower driving into a completely different racing discipline. A dirt late model forces a driver to manage throttle control, read constantly changing grip levels, and understand car rotation in a way that pavement racing simply does not replicate. Every lap on dirt is different. The surface evolves throughout a race, the lines change, and the margin for error is extremely tight. These are skills that cannot be learned on a simulator. They require seat time in the actual car, in actual racing conditions. Mitchell was clear about what the East Lincoln test gave him, and what it did not. Solo laps on a clean track are valuable for learning the car's basic behavior, but they do not prepare a driver for wheel-to-wheel racing. Before the Gateway Dirt Nationals, Mitchell said directly, "I got to get a little bit of passing data before Gateway." That statement reveals a level of self-awareness that matters in this story. Identifying your own gap, knowing specifically what you do not know, is one of the rarest qualities in motorsport. Mitchell knows the car. He does not yet know how to race it against other people. To solve that problem, he planned at least one more test session before December, and he suggested that Carson Hocevar join him for that session so they could run together and work on passing. Mitchell himself acknowledged the risk. "I can see that being dangerous for both of our vehicles, but I got to get a little bit of passing data before I just go." Sommer confirmed he would work on arranging it. "We'll line that up next time." A multi-car test with an experienced Gateway Dirt Nationals competitor like Hocevar would give Mitchell something no amount of solo laps can provide: real race simulation. That is the difference between knowing how the car handles in clean air and knowing how to manage it when another driver is pressure testing your every move. What makes this announcement more than just a one-off racing experiment is the schedule Mitchell is building around it. He is not abandoning pavement to go run on dirt. He is stacking disciplines deliberately. Before December's Gateway Dirt Nationals, Mitchell still has his final NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series race of the season with Nice Motorsports at Talladega Superspeedway in October, plus additional races planned in his pavement late model. Each discipline in his schedule teaches something specific. A super late model builds rhythm and car control on pavement at high speed. A NASCAR Craftsman truck introduces heavier machinery, faster speeds, and elite-level competition. A dirt late model forces a driver to develop throttle feel, understand grip changes, and manage car rotation in a completely unpredictable environment. Combined, these three experiences cover nearly every fundamental skill an oval racer needs. The fact that Mitchell is pursuing all three in the same calendar year, at real competitive events, not exhibitions, makes this one of the most aggressive self-development programs any driver at his level has attempted. In 2025, multi-time dirt late model champion Bobby Pierce won his third Gateway Dirt Nationals. That is the level of competition waiting for Mitchell in December. This is not a local hobby race. The Gateway Dirt Nationals at the Dome at America's Center is one of the most high-profile indoor dirt racing events in the country, And Mitchell will be walking in as a first-timer against drivers who treat this race as a major career moment every single year. Mitchell wrapped up his attitude toward the entire challenge with one line that captures everything about how he is approaching this. Either way, we're going to send it. Behind that personality is a serious racing plan. The RCR deal is signed. The Chris Ferguson mentorship is real. The Cody Sommer partnership is structured. The Carson Hocevar connection runs through both the NASCAR world and the dirt racing world simultaneously. Every piece of this is built on legitimate relationships inside professional motorsport, not on a YouTube channel looking for views. Success at Gateway for Mitchell does not mean winning. Success means completing laps, learning how to manage a dirt late model in traffic, and coming away with data that makes him a better oval racer going into 2027. The result on the scoreboard matters far less than what he carries out of the dome and into his next race. Mitchell has made one thing completely clear through every decision he has made since Berlin. He is not backing away from the hard parts of racing. He is walking directly toward them. December 3rd through 5th, St. Louis. The Dome. The Gateway Dirt Nationals. A field full of professional dirt racers who have spent careers mastering exactly what Mitchell is just beginning to learn. The only question left is how much ground he can close between now and then. Subscribe so you don't miss the Gateway breakdown the moment it drops.